What's going on, folks, and welcome into this week's edition of Talk BIRDIE, presented to you by the Bogey Club, Newmarket and GTA's premier golf simulator and lounge, bar and lounge, mind you. Head over to www.thebogeyclub.com to book your round today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on fire right now. We just hit Scottie Scheffler for our first outright winner on the season. Look, it was only 5.5 to 1, but as we said on the show, he was going to win. Back-to-back wins on tour, back-to-back wins at that tournament. Now, the Players' Championship, and Scottie Scheffler is simply the best golfer in the world. However, he's not in the field this week, which makes this, I think, more of a moneymaker week. We got some targets on some guys at some great numbers that we want to discuss throughout this show. But first, we have to jump in and break down the golf course. It's Copperhead, par 71, 7,340 yards, so it's long. However, key correlations to this course, everyone's going to be bombing it off the tee. Success is really on approach play. This is a second shot golf course, as you can see with the layout here. Scrambling is so important. If you miss those greens, you got to be able to save par and keep pace with the field. And then when you hit those greens, small greens, tough to hit, you need to be able to knock down some putts. So we're looking for some guys that are excellent on their approach shots, that will give themselves opportunities for birdies to go low. And then guys, when they miss those shots, can clean up and save par. So lots of approach play this week, lots of putting, lots of around the green play, pardon me. And then we're going to jump into the field now. And the first guy that we have to talk about at 8 to 1 is the betting favorite, is Xander Schauffele. Well, he has excellent mitts. I'm not touching Xander Schauffele this week. As one of my buddies said in our golf chat, this guy is the opposite of a killer. That collapse he had on Sunday was astronomical. I appreciate it because Scottie Scheffler went out and won the tournament, and, you know, that paid all of us. However, you will not catch me playing Xander Schauffele at 8 to 1. At 11 to 1, Sam Burns could be worth a look here. Burnsy boy loves Copperhead. He's already won the Valspar twice, and he's gone 12th, 30th, 1st, and 6th in his 5 appearances here, respectively. That's not bad. He had a 6th place at the American Express, a 10th place at Pebble Beach, and 3rd at the Phoenix Open with a 10th at the Genesis. Well, he didn't play well at the Arnold Palmer. He got off to a strong start this year, and he loves this course. I like the new Louisiana native to go out and make a statement this week. And if you look at his rounds, it's only been 1 or 2 bad rounds in his last 8 rounds. He's had 2 rounds that have really killed his tournaments. 5 pretty solid rounds. So if he can put it together on a golf course where he has confidence, where he's won twice, where he has 4 top 12s and 5 trips, I think that Sam Burns is worth the value at 11 to 1 and then a top 20 look as well. So definitely look out for Sam Burns. The next guy I want to talk about is all the way down at 35 to 1. It's Nick Taylor, the Canadian, the knucklehead, if you will, my fellow Canadian. He placed 10th here last year, and he has 3 top 26 finishes in his last 4 outings, including a win in Phoenix and a playoff win over Charlie Hoffman. So, you know, he's clutch. He's also one of the best putters off the golf ball. He is a second shot golfer. He thrives on approach. So with everything that I'm correlating into this model this week, Nick Taylor is rating out extremely highly for us, and a top 20 finish at that value is undeniable for Nick Taylor. 35 to 1 to go out and win this thing outright. He's one of the best putters on tour. I think this is a spot to watch for him for sure. And remember, he finished T10 here last year. I think he's a much better golfer this year, and the stats back it up, and the numbers back it up. He is playing some of the best golf of his career, and I think that Nick Taylor, well, he may not go out and win his second title in 5 weeks. He could easily be in contention, and with this field, it isn't as strong a field as the Players' Championship per se, or those elevated events, those signature events. So I think against a inferior field, the Canadian could have some success. Well, I'm looking to Nick Taylor and Sam Burns to potentially win this thing. One guy that I want to talk about to bet a top 20 ticket on is Doug Ghim. This guy's becoming the Scottie Scheffler of 2024. Remember when Scottie Scheffler, we made all that money off of him last year just because he never finished outside the top 20? Dougie boy Ghim has 5 consecutive top 20 finishes, fresh off of a T16. And let's not forget, it was TPC Sawgrass against some of the best golfers on planet Earth. Now he's going to Copperhead. He has momentum, and I think that his style of play that approach kind of play, that putting game fits him well. He's not necessarily a bomber off the tee. I like him more as a second shot golfer, and this is a second shot course, as we've touched on already. I like Doug Gim for a top 20 finish. Remember, you can head over to sportstree.ca and get all of our picks right now in our Valspar pick package. That is available. That is brought to you by the Bogey Club. That will give you outright winners, head-to-head matchups, 3-ball matchups, 72-hole matchups, and of course our DFS lineup, our optimal DFS lineup. So, in review, we're looking for Sam Burns, right? The guy knows how to win on this course. We like Nick Taylor's form. We like Doug Gim's form. And we're going to be teasing Nick Taylor for a little bit of a win here and to stay hot in the top 20 spot. And then Doug Gim for a top 20. I think those are a pair of best bets. You'll have to log on to sportstree.ca and see which one is rated out the highest and the most likely to hit. But remember, Scottie Scheffler last week had an 80%. Our model gave him an 80% probability of finishing in the top 10. He went out, finished in the top 10, and won the darn thing. We're making money here on Sports Tree, folks. Head over to sportstree.ca right now. Check out that pick package. I'm Connor Roundtree, and we'll talk birdie to you next time.